stroke there. Let's see what the effect that's going to have, because what it will do is have noise, and Great Britain will be aware of that stroke coming out in the first one there. Let's see as we go alongside. Belarus in 1, Australia in 2, Germany in 3. Great Britain are in lane at number 4. Winding it up now through the 100 meters, out through to the 150 meter mark. Romania in 5, France in lane number 6.
You know, the British squad will have had a good long hard think about their race plan and how they go about their races. They've got to be much more alert and aware in the middle part of the race. So they'll want to try and put that plan into operation. They were caught napping badly by China in Amsterdam. Just not there, but you can see the determination here. They want to put this right. I've never seen them so hard at this stage here. Look, they are really working very hard, wanting to get a good lead and then not sit, but just keep going and produce a dominating result here today. They know that Germany are going to be good. Just looking at Germany a bit earlier on there, their blade work was very poor. The blades weren't parallel, their oars weren't parallel. So it's a crew that's been hurriedly put together to try and pull their best athletes, their best 4 athletes together.
So from the blue boat to the yellow boat, the machine of Great Britain, the yellow bibs there indicating they're the current World Cup holders, the current winners so far in 2007. Great Britain through by about a length over Germany, 500 down, 1,500 to go. A crew that's really on a mission here. Really disappointing to lose to China in Amsterdam 3 weeks ago. And you can see now they've opened to 1 length.
Look how sharp it is now. There's real dynamism there, whereas in the middle of the race last 3 weeks ago, there wasn't that dynamism. But that is sharp, that is hard, that is race-winning stuff.
Frances Horton in the 3 seat for Great Britain backs up Debbie Flood in the 2 seat. What a racer, what a fiery character Debbie Flood is. She was absolutely gutted in Amsterdam, really was gutted there. Putting it right today, perhaps, and Annie Vernon, the new girl in the crew here to the right of your picture, slotting in to the bow seat, looking a lot better, it has to be said. They really are looking a better crew than they were 3 weeks ago.
That looks right. I mean, that really does look good. They know that the Germans are going to be very fast and are going to press them all the way. But it's going to be interesting to see how over the last 700 meters, how they can build on this much tougher, much stronger approach to the middle part of their race.
And you can see, though, look at the quality between these 2 crews. Germany in 2nd place, and Germany have opened up a big gap now between the chasing field. You've got Romania in 5, France in 6, and Belarus and Australia in lane number 2. I mean, there's just such a gap here between these 2 leading crews.
This is very dominant, though, from Great Britain. If they can maintain this, if they can keep the good form and the good style there, you can see how well their blades are together. They're really picking it up well together. But they are absolutely determined to make their mark here.
It's been a formidable first 1,000 meters there at the halfway mark. Great Britain from Germany. There was thought that the German crew were flying. Not so. They're going to really have to turn it round. They're going to get back on track. Catherine Granger from St Andrews, Frances Horton from Leander Club, Debbie Flood from University of London Boat Club, Annie Vernon from Thames Rowing Club. Paul Thompson in charge of this crew, doing a fabulous job now. They really are stretching it out. This has to be the best we've seen them all season.
Romanian, new on the block, first appearance here, and that has to be said, putting in a very good showing. World silver medalists, Australia, slipped back to 4th position there, fighting to try and get back on terms. 2 changes in that boat since last year.
Just looking at Romania in lane at number 5, they're struggling because they'll have, in lane 4, they'll have the puddles coming down. They'll be aware of the movement of the water in lane number 4 next to them here. But in that 4, in that lane, 2 lanes. Look at that, it's about 2 lanes of clear water. That's a great shot. Look at the determination on Fran Houten's face there. She sits in the 3 seat, backing up Catherine Granger closest to us. You can really see down this, just like machine-like, really is moving quite nicely. They still maintain 1 length lead over Germany in lane 3.
There's Catherine Boron there, sitting in the bow seat of the German boat. And the young stroke, Stephanie Schiller, still seems to be less experienced and less effective than the others.
Well, it's almost like Great Britain are sending a postcard to China following 3 weeks ago their defeat to the Chinese quadruple scull. No Chinese quadruple scull today, but that doesn't matter. Great Britain are on a mission. They really now need to turn around a season which has been a little bit erratic, it has to be said. but there's nothing like timing, and it's about timing the precision as you go through the regattas, so you come away from here as strong as you can be, and you go off to the training camp, so when we come back at the World Championships, end of August, beginning of September, you're as strong as you can be.
This is commanding. This is commanding stuff. I was curious to see how they would tackle the last 500 meters after that much more dynamic first 3/4 of the race. Whether Germany would start to push back. This last maybe last 400 meters, 300 or 400 meters. Let's see how they finish this race, because this is a storming row. They've been told by their coaches, and they themselves have wanted to go out there and absolutely lay it down and say, sorry, no one's going to question our gold medal this time at the World Championships. We are doing the business. But now, just now in the 200 meters, did they take a lot more out of themselves by going so hard earlier on, and will Germany close up on them?
Germany definitely closing down. They've got the overlap now inside 100 meters. The closing stages of this final. Very important that Great Britain hold their nerve. They've just brought the rate down a little bit. They've just lengthened it out. That allows a little bit more boat speed underneath. You can see the German crew scurrying along on the far side there in the blue boat. They've done enough. They can cruise up to the line knowing that their World Cup campaign has been pretty successful. Through in just under a length there is Great Britain from Germany, and coming up over in third position, Romania.